So,
All right.
Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
The best movie of the year?
No.
Not
even. I've seen 5 movies this year, and this isn't even not close.
But it's not the worst. It's not the worst.
Is it? It might... No, 50 Shades of Grey. It is not the worst movie I've seen this year.
I anticipated a movie that was going to be completely forgettable, and that's not what I got.
Oh,
so in a way,
I am not going to remember this movie in a week.
Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 was memorable to at least me. Only in the sense to where when it was funny, it was hilarious, but not funny in like a smart way, like, oh, that was such a good joke. It was funny in a, someone's getting hurt, or something went on way too long.
Like, and it's not like the Family Guy way too long, as to where it's like, oh my god. It's just like the like ridiculousness. It's kind of like the Ellen DeGeneres pizza joke from the Oscars a few years back, where it's just like, dear God, she knows it's not funny, but she's sticking with it.
She's milking it. Yeah, that's kind of how this movie came off. It's like they really had very seldom funny moments, and when something really wasn't funny, it was hammy and like lasted way too long.
And when it after a certain point of lasting too long, it just became even funnier.
The thing, like, no, but what I took away is that if it really didn't get to you, if the joke really wasn't gonna work, wait a minute.
Yeah,
you know,
because then it does.
It does. And
if it doesn't, at least you'll have like two minutes later, you'll have like an old woman being punched for no reason.
Yeah. Okay. This movie's like ratio of like old lady abuse is like
it's like really unnecessarily high.
Opening scene: mom gets violently hit by a mail truck.
Milk, not mail.
Milk, yeah, because it like milk trucks.
And then the joke goes on like, I didn't even know they had those anymore because they don't.
Yeah, it's just absurdity, and I think that's actually was probably the best direction this movie could have gone. Is absurd.
Absolutely, this is just
horrible. If it was trying to be a little kid movie, which it really wasn't, it was just hammy. I mean, that's the only reason it got a PG rating, is it really never got too inappropriate.
Well, actually, there was like random rape jokes for no reason. Like yeah. Once or twice there was just like a random rape joke.
Like a couple times it was subliminally rapey. A couple times it was like, you know, here and there alcohol references. And a lot of things were just like, why? There was a lot, you noticed that.
Oh,
right?
like the ice cream thing.
Yeah, it's just why? And there was also like a bird that he fought.
A random 3-minute sequence of Kevin James fighting a bird.
It was a duel. It was a fight scene.
It wasn't a flat-out duel. It was not ridiculous.
It wasn't like, oh, just some slapstick with a bird. It was a duel, you know.
It was like ridiculous.
Taken legitimately. And you worried about Kevin James and the bird because this bird was beautiful and rare looking. You were just like, I hope he doesn't just take its neck and
then he punches it in the throat.
Oh, he punches it in the throat so many times. Oh,
he does. But anyway, plot. I don't think this movie had one. It's like him and his daughter, who's inexplicably there, go to Vegas for some minor reason.
Yeah, it was literally like, oh,
it was like,
come to this thing.
You want to come to this thing, maybe?
And he's like so excited about it, but no, like the way that made it seem is he was going to be honored for saving like the mall 6 years ago, his mall. But he wasn't. Like when you got there, people made a joke about it.
People are like, you did that 6 years ago. Nobody gives a crap.
Yeah, it's like, well, then why was he even invited? Why was he?
Yeah, why him? Why any?
Well, these are just inconsistencies in the plot.
Pretty much everything. But anyway, like, yeah, he goes to Vegas, and then there's, like, this big thing going on with this one guy, this one bad guy with a whole Ocean's 11, like, type of crack team. Yeah. And I didn't even know the bad guy's name until, like, 10 minutes before the movie was over. And I don't even remember what it is.
I never learned it. I never learned it. I always just, you know, he was this guy who was on Desperate Housewives once.
He was?
Yeah, he played someone's boyfriend.
Oh. I don't know. I didn't watch Desperate Housewives. But anyway.
No, he wasn't. Was he? No.
Then there's, like, the random scenes with, like, out-of-context racism. Like, that Indian guy who was just narcoleptic for some reason.
Yeah, that was...
Like, they don't even establish that. There's just, like, every time they cut to him, he's just asleep. And then, like, during the battle scene, he falls asleep twice.
And really, really bizarre attempts at slapstick.
Yeah.
Really bizarre, just, like... like the amount of weird things Paul Blart did in the first 15 minutes of this movie when he's checking into the hotel.
Oh yeah, showing off on the Segway, then getting hit by a car.
He was just like he was kind of a likable character in the sense where he's an effective protagonist. You wanted to see him succeed.
Oh, I didn't think he was effective. I thought he was an oaf. He was like an oaf, and I wanted to see him die. I really did.
But like the things that he did were never overtly like going to cause harm to him. Like he was really doing just things that he wasn't oaf. I'll give you that. He was, but there was a sense of a
childlike wonder to him.
Yeah, he had a childlike mindset, and he was still he's down on his luck, so you can kind of explain some of
down on his luck. After 6 days of marriage, he gets divorced. Mother gets murdered by a milkman.
Yeah, there was a lot of he was in a very bad position at the beginning of the movie, and I thought the movie, really through no reason, just kind of because he's supposed to succeed, he succeeded, and that was...
He's the protagonist, so things happen out of plot convenience.
Basically, yeah. The movie was heavy on that.
So, yeah, oh my god, that happened at the plot convenience time. So,
what did you think about... What's this? Oh, what did you think about, the daughter's relationship with Lane?
With David Henry? With the
pool boy?
Yeah. Whatever his face is, kid from Wizards of Waverly Place.
He was either the bellhop, the pool boy, or the...
I think it was all of the above.
Yeah, he's just
like, oh, I'm there because reasons.
He was what Zero is in Grand Budapest Hotel.
I haven't seen Grand Budapest.
Oh, Zero's the kid with the mustache.
Oh, the one who's
the lobby boy. He was a lobby boy.
The one who's like, who wouldn't want to work at the Grand Budapest?
Well, who wouldn't want to work at the Grand Budapest?
Yeah, that guy.
I think he's just a basic lobby boy. I mean, he does kind of serve every function.
But this kid is just in the relationship.
The relationship's really forced.
With this girl that he's known for 3 hours, maybe at the most.
And I don't want to sound mean.
Falling in love.
I don't want to sound mean, but he's
he's fairly attractive dude.
Yeah, he's a good-looking dude, and she's
not.
She's cute in her own way. Let's just put it that way, in her own way.
I would not agree.
It's not believable.
No,
it's not believable that
It is quite
love this quick.
Quite ridiculous.
I could see maybe a movie where someone like her would be being picked on, and
you can think of the Duff. You're thinking about the Duff. Oh god, that movie looked horrible. I'm so glad I didn't see that. The Duff. But, yeah, it's just...
The movie was...
The movie was a mess.
When it was funny...
When it was funny. It was absurd and hilarious. But when it was not funny, It was dead.
It was boring.
It was a travesty.
I didn't care about the plot. I was just kind of waiting for the next ridiculous thing to happen.
I was waiting for the next bird fight or milk truck.
Yeah, I was waiting for the next...
Although there is a glimmer of hope at the end where he might have died.
I was actually wondering sort of how he was going to conquer all and save the day. I mean, I did wonder about how he was going to... I didn't care.
I was just hoping that he died. Oh man, he's zip-lining between buildings. Oh, and he's stuck.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
I really wanted him to just fall to his death.
There's a point at the end where it gets really terrifying.
And then...
Because you would not want to be him. But...
there's another point at the end... where you may have seen this in the trailers, if you have seen the trailers like myself, because I suck. But,
I didn't see the trailer.
That part with the lady cop on the horse, and then the horse just kicking him into a car, and possibly murdering him.
That was good.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, the movie... like we said, the movie when
it was
funny. It was absurdly funny for the
It went on a little too long.
I thought it was over before I knew it, but I also took a couple of bathroom breaks.
Yeah, you did. I didn't.
Broke up the movie. Viewed it in chunks.
Yeah.
So.
Trailers, on the other hand, were slim.
Non-existent.
There was
Tomorrowland, and that was it.
And it looked decent.
Yeah, the trailer was okay. This really wasn't as good as the teaser, though. When I found out more about what the movie was going to be about,
I thought this looked better than the teaser, personally.
I liked it less.
But Brad Bird, he's got a good body of work.
Yeah, yeah. I think, George
But
Clooney looks good in it.
Yeah.
House MD looks good in it.
I didn't even know he was in it.
Oh, I saw like a glimpse of his face, and he had a very strong presence.
Yeah, Ian mentioned that to me. He's like, dude, they made a House movie, but they like went way off reservation.
Yeah, Tomorrowland looked as like a fun fantasy adventure.
Movie trailers I expected to be there because it's a Happy Madison movie, which means derp the derp. Adam Sandler. Madison? Yeah, it was Happy Madison. Anything that involves any of Adam Sandler's friends now is Happy Madison.
Good to know.
But, like, I expected Pixels. I expected Hotel Transylvania 2. Both have terrible trailers that I've seen, and I really don't care.
I didn't expect anything. I just expected more trailers.
Maybe Joe Dirt 2? I don't know. It's direct to Crackle, but
I wouldn't make it in. If the movie's not going to be in theaters, I doubt the trailer would be.
I don't know. It's David Spade. Adam Sandler might have been like, hey, guys, do me a solid. He'd be more like, hey, do me a solid.
Is that your David Spade?
No, that's my Adam Sandler. Yeah. Yeah, so, don't see it. Or see it.
If you have kids, maybe. They actually don't. This movie is quite inappropriate.
That Christian website that named this the best family movie of the decade? I'm dead serious. There's one out there. I read that the other
We've
day.
only been in this decade for 5 years now. That's a bold statement, especially for this piece of crap.
It's not even a piece of crap. It's just, like, forgettable.
If you're high, you'll love it.
I wasn't high, and I feel like
I still love it.
It would be amazing high. But, like,
a couple of things, though, that actually pissed me off. This just comes up with the establishment of the movie. I don't like Paul Blart Mall Cop, the movie.
I haven't seen the first one. I did not want to see the first one.
I hate it, though. I don't like fucking... I hate this movie with a passion. I don't... It's just kind of there. Had a good resolution. Alright, he gets the girl. Whatever. Of course she leaves him after 6 days, though. Like...
I watched Observe and Report instead.
Observe and Report is a fun movie.
That's a depressing movie, too.
Yeah. There's a lot of serious elements to that movie that you forget.
Yeah.
He's
kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that movie again. Ever.
I love Seth Rogen, so I'll watch it.
But I like Seth Rogen too, but it's just not the movie I was
See Observe and
expecting.
Report, don't see Paul Blart Mall Cop or Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
I don't know.
If you want to see two,
maybe if it's on TV, like if it's on USA on a Sunday afternoon. 2 is a
better time. 1 is a better movie, but 2 is a better time, and yeah, take that.
Frankly, I'm ashamed that Part 1 was filmed in the plaza.
Yeah, me too. In South Shore Plaza, his stomping ground, basically.
Stomping ground. Only a few buses down the street.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah. Don't watch this movie. No, not ever. Don't.
If you want.
Do yourself a favor. Just avoid and report. I don't know.
Avoid and report. There it is. That's the quote of the night.
Credits.
Avoid and report.
Well, yeah. Don't. Ever. Not once, not never.
Unless you're looking for a weird time.
Unless you're just looking for something. I don't know. If you're looking for enjoyment, you're not finding it in this place. But, yeah.
Good night.